Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay, let me get that there. Oop, get this down here. Okay. All right, let's do. Let's do a little crucible, I guess. Bum, ba-da-bum. Bum, ba-da-bum. Bum, bum, bum.
Captured Zone B. You have advantage. Zone C lost. You captured Zone A. You have advantage.
Oh,
3
boo.
minutes. Your enemy can't kill if they're dead. Zone B lost.
Ah, that's fine. Okay, so I'm just gonna provide my feedback in verbal form. So I don't like that I cannot record at the same time that I'm live streaming. That seems to be a big unfortunate no-no. Not no-no, but I think does need to be implemented. Oh, that sucks. I think for the layers, I'd like to see like folders or something like that, maybe even an import from maybe even an import from like OBS. I think that would be nice. I think the audio, I know this is gonna sound weird, but I would like to know like what my left and rights are, and I think maybe even the scaling to be slightly different, but that's just a preference. I feel like it.
Zone B lost. The enemy's almost won. Only 1 minute left.
Ooh, bitrate is suffering a bit on Twitch here. It's probably because I am at 8,000. So that's another thing that I think needs to change. I think that I need to be able to select instead of like predetermined ones. I should be able to select what the bitrate is.
30 seconds.
Although I think that Twitch should be able to pick up like even it should be able to take a higher bit rate.
Zone A lost. Defeat comes for authority. You've got to hold those zones.
So
Maybe
that's
next time, Guardian.
like why I don't even understand why. It says average bit rate too high, and yet now my YouTube channel will end up. So that seems to be something on their end. YouTube looks great. Doesn't look great at 6,000. So there could be a nice balance that should be had there. So yeah, definitely don't like that I can't record while I'm live streaming. I feel like I should do that. Performance looks good. I'm using about 10%, which is nice. Memory looks fine. Bytes buffered. I'm not sure what that means. Bitrate, love that the bitrate is, right in that 8,000 where I've selected at. But again, I think that the 8,000 should be like I should be able to select more. Stream Deck integration, that's like a must, in my opinion. Like that the go offline and record, I should be able to do that at the same time, and the Stream Deck would be the two things that I think like need to happen pretty quickly. I think that those are probably the most important things because everyone manages their software from the Stream Deck. In terms of audio capture, I mean, I can't hear it right now, so I don't actually know what it sounds like. But I love the how they're presented. It seems nice. I think that I would like the ability to hide some things. For example, my border here, there is it's like a web M or whatever it's called, but there's no audio associated with it, so that's kind of a bummer, that I can't change anything there. I only have this one scene right now, so I'm not 100% sure. I think the other thing that is going to make this program or any program better than other ones is the ability to bring in different audio sources Oh geez. Delete track. Let's delete track. Like, I don't know how this can be done, but I think that would be a way to break out your audio. So like I can get Discord in separately. I could get in, you know, I could bring Discord in. I could bring in, you know, any different tracks. That would be nice for me. So I think that's something. The other thing is when I started this out, the pre-selected like zoom in, zoom out, I got it to auto fit, which helped, and so now I'm like, as I move windows out, I think that should be the default. I think that should be selected first, because I actually couldn't tell that I was at the edges of my canvas, so that was a problem. And when I was adding things in, it kind of shifted things up into the far left. Now I wasn't really sure, like I almost missed it.
Nothing complicated here. Defend your allies and defeat your
Not
opponent.
missed it when I brought in the canvas, but like, oh, Jesus. The guy did not miss.
Nothing.
Okay. Maybe after this match, I will kind of talk about some of the things more, because I'm kind of going off the cuff here a bit.
As one. I love
it. Again, I'm streaming to 2 different platforms, so I don't know if performance-wise, like if I'm seeing frame drops or anything like that. I don't know if that's something that, you know, is in the software, or if that's in the service. So, but that's something to note for.
fighting with heart, Guardian.
I'm gonna just do about an hour here. I was not paying attention. I'm gonna just do about an hour here again, Kyle, for you to take a look at the stream and whatnot and get the feedback. Again, I seem to be streaming at too high of a rate for Twitch. Excuse me. What's up? Just an hour. Yeah. I'm just... She is gonna spend the night? Okay. Oh.
5 minutes left.
It's fine.
Keep it up.
Don't mind. I will download The Last of Us. Ooh, that sucks. That was just stupid plays on my part.
Hold strong, and this battle is yours. What can stop you if you fight together? Nothing.
I'm dead.
Like a titan of the first pillar.
That sucks.
1 minute. Won't be long now.
I mean, this looks...
30 seconds remain. Finish them.
Wow, I got us.
10 seconds. Bring it home, Guardians. A victory well executed. No regrets on that one. Well fought.
Roslyn. And Snake Group. Okay. One of the things I kind of like about this is I liked when I was adding in a layer, right? It added it almost like on the canvas, and then I selected that. I thought that was interesting. On all the other ones, normally you select the layer and it pops up a thing. I think the only problem with that step is this inspector here on the right hand side is kind of useless after now, right? Like, it is nice that I can select my alerts or webcam border or, you know, any of my layers, right? And I actually do like that they're labeled as layers. But now this inspector, like, one, is on the opposite side of the interface here, and two, when I'm not using it, it's just blank. So I feel like it's taking up real estate that I could be using for other things like chat, for example. And I know that I'm also using a restream here, so I'm not streaming directly to Twitch, for example. I'm streaming to Streamlabs, which is then going to Twitch. So some of the frame rate issues on Twitch or on YouTube could be because of that. So that could be it. But I do like that, like, it brought it onto my canvas. I was able to select it there, and then it almost like go immediately in, like I could just get that going. I do like the general interface. I love those stats up here. I think those look good. The scenes down, down on the bottom look good. Again, I think that there needs to be either some Stream Deck integration or some hotkeys or something like that in order to kind of take full advantage of it. Again, getting into another game here, so I kind of give you some of my feedback.
Enemy claimed Zone A.
How are we not just like hard pushing B right now? Ugh.
Enemy claimed Zone B. Zone A captured. You have advanced.
Oh my god. What? No, dude, he's right behind you. Just standing there.
A lost. You captured Zone B. You have zone advantage. Zone C lost.
So at least on here, I can.
Zone A
I mean, it
captured.
looks
You
good on
have
here.
advantage.
I will say that.
Zone B lost. You have zone advantage.
Ah.
Zone C lost. You captured Zone B. You have zone advantage.
Ugh.
Zone A lost. You captured Zone C. Zone advantage is yours. Five minutes remain. A strong start. Fight on.
Ah. Why did we insist on? That was stupid.
Zone C lost.
I do not understand why we insist on taking.
Zone A captured. You have advantage.
Ugh.
Zone B lost.
Wow.
Minutes left. Zone C captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Oh, that was stupid.
Zone C lost. Zone B. You have zone advantage. For one. Yes. 3 down.
Boom.
Zone A lost.
How did I not? I potatoed.
Don't let your enemy take this without a fight. Zone A captured. You have zone advantage.
Oof. 3 of them right there.
Zone B lost.
I don't think we're gonna be able to do this, fortunately.
Zone C captured. Zone advantage is yours.
That's unfortunate. Ugh. And
Zone
there's...
C lost. 1 minute
Okay.
left. You're beaten. This time.
All right.
This war is for territory. One that you can win. Fight another.
So let me actually just go into orbit here. Okay. So let's go from the very top here real quick. So 1, adding in sources and layers. Adding in layers, good. I think it's kind of unique to be able to add in something and then immediately select your what you want to add in. I only have 1 scene right now, so this is just from the 1 scene that I've set up thus far, which is alerts, webcam border, my actual webcam, which is ironically the FaceTime camera, and my game capture. Those are the only 4 things that I have added in right there. So we got all that. When I initially started the app, I thought this middle screen here was my entire base canvas, and when I updated that from 720 to 1080, I couldn't tell. It didn't look like anything changed, so I thought the base canvas was still technically the same. But what I'm realizing is that that was not the case, and so I think one of the first things, instead of doing 50% on the thing, it should be auto fit. So that way, regardless of what I'm doing, that's good. Like the canvas, I can always see the canvas. I like the snapping. I thought that was really nice, and being able to clearly drag in. I also like that when I had a layer in there, I could transform it and lock in what the transform was. That was quite handy in my opinion. I have that locked right now. So if I If I, yeah. So it is kind of nice to, that transform I think is quite nice, and I'm sure. Will the transform show up over here? I just want to, sorry, I have the streams up here twice. You see. I'm assuming it'll change it on stream here. Yep, okay. So anyways, that kind of feels very quick and snappy. I think I like the general interface of everything. I think that's very nice. I like the, you know, up at the top, all of the different things I can see here. FPS, bitrate, bytes buffered, although I personally don't know what that means. CPU usage, I think that's very handy. Disk space. Setting up the audio mixer, pretty straightforward. I do think, I could be wrong here, but I do think that a benefit would be, you know, when I set up a video capture, my audio mixer, I can also set up the same audio capture very quickly. You know, I don't know how often you're not going to set up a video capture with the audio capture. Granted, that's like a minor thing. I don't think that that's as important. So I think starting out, I just think that auto fit should be the first thing. Layers, that should be the, you know, not the layers, but making sure that you can kind of see your whole canvas basically at all times. That's the most important thing. Again, I only have one scene set up. So, can I change this here? I could change it to 120. Interesting. Anyways, I won't worry about that right now. 60 is fine because I output at 60. Can I? Okay. I think there's a bug here as far as moving around as far as moving around, like when I move things up in the layers list, it's fine, but when I move things down, so like right now my game capture is at the bottom. When I move it up, it covers my FaceTime, which is fine. You know, that we would expect that, but when I move the Elgato back down, it actually doesn't move down. I have to move the FaceTime over that. So I think that's a bug there. It's something just to call out. The inspector is kind of useless once I don't have anything selected. So to me, I feel like that space should be utilized for something else. I don't know what, but I think that's one of the reasons why the pop-ups are kind of nice, in the sense that I can easily like manipulate that, or like it's a pop-up and once I'm done I can close it. But I don't know if it's totally pointless, because one of the other things I could see maybe utilizing here is with the inspector is when I have the Elgato or any of my layers selected, maybe if it like bumped it out to say, hey, here's the inspector for that, so I can still see my video, but it just makes it a little smaller or truncated. That could be an option there. So yeah, that's all with the layers stuff. The scenes, I haven't really gotten into the scenes. I'll give you some feedback there. Audio mixer, I think the presentation looks great. I think, you know, add audio input and then selecting what you want. I think that's great. I will say that maybe a clear definement between what left and right would be a benefit. It does just seem to me like, even if that's like a couple pixel sliver of like up the middle, this is left, this is right, or LR at the bottom. I think that's very small things to do. What I do think would be a big win though, and I just haven't been able to figure it out, is I can't move any of the audio mixers. So I do like the things in certain orders. I'd also like to be able to hide things, like my webcam border, right? This border here, it's in there because it's a part of the media capture technically, but I can't hide it. So, you know, it serves no purpose and it's using up real estate. I think one thing that could really help on the Mac side of things is, as a part of this program, I think an investment into some sort of audio routing for the Macs would be a plus. I know there are options out there like Blackhole, but I think that if this program were to say, hey, select this as your input, and then within your system settings, you're actually able to do that, that would be great. Now, if this can take in like Discord as its own audio input, that's fine. I think it's a Mac limitation and not necessarily the program limitation. So yeah, I've talked about the inspector already. Lastly, the go live and record buttons. I record while I go live, and I'm going to record when I go live because I feel like I'm always going to get the best recording when I'm I feel like I'm going to get the best recording from the raw what I have here, but I can't record while I'm live streaming. So I think that needs to be fixed relatively quickly. I think that's going to be very, very important. Stream Deck, I haven't really seen this here. Okay. I haven't really checked the Stream Deck. I'm just looking to see if, yeah, so I don't see anything in here. So that's going to be something I think that's going to be really important as well, is integration with the Stream Deck. This, a lot of people use it. I'm sure that there are probably more important things to add in first, but I think that is going to be really important. So in addition to that, I think that record, recording while live streaming and a replay feature is going to be nice. I also think if you can, an instant replay function would be nice as well. Something that I know that you can do through plugins, but not everyone supports Macs. And if this is meant to capitalize on the Mac side of things, that's going to be really important. Other than that, that's fine. Oh, those have added in just because. Okay. Now, as far as the audio split out goes, I think Macs are production devices, so actually, let me mute that. Macs are production devices, so they're used in production they're used in productions. So I think that I can't seem to add in any plugins here. Again, I don't know a lot of the plugins and whatnot. I don't know all of the plugins, or not the plugins. I don't know how you can implement that, but I can see that I can add effects into the video side of things. I cannot seem to add in anything for the audio side of things, and that's going to be really, really important. So as far as the audio goes, I also think that, thank you, Kitty. I also think that like I brought something down by like 10, I'm assuming it's 10 dB on the fader, but it looks like I brought it down like quite a bit further. So it seems like I think that needs to be a little more even on the fader there. Just the I can't think of the name for it, but it's like there isn't enough real estate effectively. You know, like I turned it down -10, but it looks like I turned it down like -30, right? But the fader says -10. So I think just a little like, I think maybe making them a little more sensitive in the sense of like if I'm pulling it down by 10 dB or something like that, that it pulls it down. The fader doesn't look like it comes down. I think that's kind of small apples in terms of everything. So yeah. Yeah, so that's my initial thoughts as far. I know that's a lot of thoughts and I took up like 15 minutes for it. And I'm only streaming for 45 here, but yeah, I think that is all of the initial feedback that I have thus far. But other than that, I mean, it looks like a pretty solid program, and the fact that it's built specifically for Macs is awesome. I think that the things that are going to help this program win over the competitors is some of the things that I addressed here, especially I think the top things that need to happen is recording while streaming, save a replay, and then some sort of Stream Deck integration. I think that those are going to be very, very. Stream Deck integration, and then I think the thing that's going to help this kind of catapult a little bit further is some sort of audio routing ability. That I think is going to take this, because Macs just don't have that. So I don't know if there's a way to connect this program with the audio devices, and so that way it kind of comes in that way, and then you can break it out that way, or you can break it out within this program. Like this program controls how the routing comes in, and so it comes in as one input. I don't know the right way to phrase it, but that's going to be really important. So yeah, that's my initial thoughts there. I'll try this program again. Yeah. So anyways, that was just a test stream for some new software. Kyle, if you end up watching this, I'm going to watch this back really quick, but